Welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is February 27th, and that means day 58 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we're going to show you how we printed out the glow-in-the-dark hairy lion, so stick around. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 58 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're unfamiliar with the project, check out the description below. I put a fact section down at the bottom that'll give you all the details. And don't forget to check out that MatterHackers affiliate link. If you're in the market for a new printer parts, or even filament, if you use that link, it'll kick a little bit back to the channel. It won't cost you a thing, and we really appreciate it. But for today's episode, we printed out the hairy lion. And for this print, we use MatterHackers PRO PLA in glow-in-the-dark. Unless you've been sleeping underneath a rock for the last 6 months in the 3D printing community, I'm sure you've seen this hairy lion. And just recently, JWall over at Print That Thing decided to challenge everybody to make their own hairy model. And he made the really cool hairy Einstein model. And we'll probably print that at a later date. But I really wanted to print the hairy lion. So JWall, challenge accepted. And down in the description is a link to JWall's channel and to his challenge video. And don't forget to use the hashtag that JWall created, HairyPrints. But our hairy lion is still in the cage, so we're gonna free him up, and then we're gonna give him a cool little hairstyle. So let's head over to Thingiverse and I'll show you where to download the model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Then we'll fire up some of that time-lapse footage and I'll meet you guys back here at the workbench. Alright, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is the Hairy Lion by Primos, and I'll put the link down in the description so you can download and print this yourself. Obviously, if you haven't already. And if you've been under a rock for the last 6 months, then you probably never heard of this hairy lion, but it has been collected quite a lot, and there are a lot of prints since December 31st of 2016, and there's even a few remixes. And we printed the one with the brim attached, the large version. So let's tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Alright, so here we are in Simplify 3D and I've dropped the model down on the print bed. And like I said, we're using the standard version with the brim. So let me show you my process settings. Under layer height, we did a 0.2 millimeter layer height with 3 top and 3 bottom solid layers and 3 perimeters. We also ran a skirt at 8 millimeters from the object with 4 outlines. For infill, I only used 8% for this model, and I did not generate any support material. For temperature, this is MatterHackers PRO PLA in glow-in-the-dark, so our temperatures are 208 and 210. I have my 3-stage cooling system set up, and under speed, we ran this out at 50 millimeters per second. So let's hit OK, and let's hit prepare to print, and I'll show you how it slices. And this will be a real-time slice of the hairy lion. And there's our print. And let me play this through so you can see the uniqueness of this model. And we'll keep it at normal speed. As you can see, there's some sort of ooze shield that was created. And at a certain level, we'll start seeing the hairs pop up. There they are. And these will complete all the way to the top. And they're on a bit of a staggered version here. So the hairs kind of go around on a little bit of an angle. And of course they leave the face free so we can see that. And there's our finished slice. And of course we've already printed ours, so let's fire up some of that time-lapse footage and I'll meet you guys back at the workbench and we'll talk about this print. Alright, so that was a cool little bit of time-lapse footage, and here is the hairy lion. And you can see all of our little hairs printed out really nicely. So let's go ahead and cut him from his shell. I've got my scissors here, And from what I've seen online, people kind of get in here along the edge and start cutting. We only have one, so let's hope this works. And then I think I've seen some people snip this, but we have MatterHackers PRO PLA, so this might be a little tougher to snip. But let's go ahead and start moving around and cutting away some of these hairs. And we might lose a few, so hopefully we don't get a bulb lying after all this. And this isn't really cutting, it's more just breaking. Okay, we're making our way around here, so, and I hope this isn't super loud. I'm sure it is with the microphones. This is the only way to get him loose from his shell. And I hopefully won't break too many hairs, and I'm actually cutting them. So let's get our scissors and let's dig down in there and start moving around. All right, this is working better. I can feel them popping loose. Probably should get some sharper scissors. And careful not to stab the hairy lion. And let's see if we've got him loose yet. Yep, it's still a little tight. Let's go around a couple more times here. Make sure we get all the little hairs. Oops, I think he's loose. It's like a big scrub brush. Okay, I think he's loose. Let's pull the cone. Oops, I still have some attached. Let's try down deeper here. Ah, there we go. I think I got him now. Nope, we still got a few attached. Let's keep going here. Oop, oop, oop. I think he's loose now. Ah, there we go. All right, so there's our shell, and there's our cool little hairy lion. Whew, that was tough. And looks like all the hairs are still pretty attached. He's still really fuzzy. All right, so we're going to turn on the hair dryer, so let's tap off all the loose pieces that we have here and make sure we get that out of the way. And then we'll set this stuff aside. Let's move our hair dryer. Let's get our scissors, put those away. Safety first. We have our hairy lion. Let's get some of these out of the way because I don't want to blow them all over the room. So let's get these off our work area. Okay, so here is our hairy lion. So let's grab our blow dryer. I don't know how this is going to work. I've never done this before, so let's give it a shot. And I'm really sorry about the hair dryer noise, and we need to do this to get him a little softened up on his hair. All right, that's looking pretty awesome. He's still got a little bit of an alfalfa going on here, and you can always just pull that hair off. But I think that looks pretty cool. And we have our very first hairy lion. All right, so that turned out pretty awesome. Here is the hairy lion finished. And I'll put some close-ups in at the end like I always do. But let's check out how good it glows. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I just put it underneath the light for a couple of seconds and it already has started to glow, even with this daylight ambient lighting in here. And I'll put some close-ups in at the end of it really glowing, but this glow-in-the-dark material from MatterHackers is awesome. Well, that about wraps it up for day 58 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you found this episode interesting and informative. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and join me again tomorrow for the very next episode of the 3DP 365 project.